Empaths. I'm Dr. Kim Redmond. For those of you who know me, thank you so much for coming on out. For those who don't yet know me, my name is Dr. Kim Redmond. And while I am the CEO of CreatrixGoQuantum and 33 years in on the light path with all sorts of modalities, none of that matters right now. What matters is I wanted to reach out because so many people were calling in and saying, I've headaches, I have weird feelings in my body, I'm sleeping weirdly, I have strange dreams that are going on. And what I wanted to just remind you all of is we are sitting on a planet right now with waves of uncertainty and waves of anxiety. And when we have uncertainty and when we have anxiety, this produces this really nasty combination of challenging chemicals in our body. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to break our cortisol and our sympathetic nervous system overload. The first thing that I can tell you is breath works. In the very least, I'm going to show you the breath that I wrote about. And it's a 2-2-4 breath that grows into a 2-4-8 breath. And the reason that we're doing these ratios of in for 2, hold for 2, out for 4 is we want to make sure that the out breath is always twice as long as the in breath. And that's the piece that's going to say to the system, hey, you're safe. So throughout the day, you start to feel anxious or you're feeling pain. Pain means pay attention. It means we're picking up on this stream of uncertainty, and our 70 trillion little geniuses are going, hey, too much, just too much. So what I'd love for you to do is just to put your hand on your heart, because the heart is functioning at 2.4 microhertz, and therefore it overwhelms any of the anxiety that's happening at the 1.2 microvolts in our head. So heart wins. So if we could just all close our eyes and breathe in for 2, hold for 2, and out for 4. So this is an in the nose for 2, hold for 2, and out the mouth for 4. And notice as we're doing this, the body's immediately settling. In for 2, hold for 2, out for 4. And notice that the shoulders start to drop. And you can take a bigger breath. There's more room in our lungs because we're deep breathing. In for 2, hold for 2, out for 4. And once this is rolling, feel free to actually stretch it out so that we're going in for 2, hold for 4, 2, 4, and out for 8. Immediately there's a settling. So on the first note, breath first. The second thing that we can add into this as empaths is to give ourselves some certainty. And we can do this in repeating that we are safe, that our immune systems are thriving, that there are gifts in this even though this is a harder time, How do we find those gifts and spread those gifts? And one of the things that really ends uncertainty is giving yourself something to do. So if you are one of our graduates, or graduates of anybody, of any modality at any time, that means you want to serve. So while staying safe, who can you reach out to? The other night, my husband was calling widows from his charity organization, asking them, do they have what they need? Is someone caretaking? Do they need milk? And yes, do they have toilet paper? The toilet paper run is one of the biggest signs of uncertainty. The toilet paper run is happening because people are seeking to be in control about something, anything. And therefore, there's also something in the back of our brain that is still intact that says, well, if everyone else is running from the saber-toothed tiger, perhaps I should be running from the saber-toothed tiger. And so that's how we begin the mob mentality. And we've been joking that the virus, while not a joke, does not impact the end that the toilet paper goes to. So if you have some extra, perhaps share. Reach out. There are a tremendous number of resources that are heading out virtually, that are heading out live. So I want to tell you that CreatrixGoQuantum, wow, this is our 20th year here in Canada being a resource hub. And we're just going to come out and do these little blurbs to beat the blues and keep our head focused. For those of you who are energetically trained or want to be, we're going to set up some temples of light. More on that on another post. And for those of you who are NLP trained from anyone, especially if you have timeline therapy, we're going to be also casting a global net of intention with some global quantum SMART goals for healing, for health. And I'm also going to say to all of us, gratituding. I know, it's a verb. Gratituding. And gratituding allows us to, again, tap into that heart frequency. What are we noticing that actually happened in the day that might be a hidden gift in this? Were we more present? Are we noticing or reading in areas of the world that Mother Earth herself is healing, that there's less pollution, that we're seeing wildlife in areas that we haven't seen wildlife in forever? And today on the equinox, I wanted to remind you that the equinox is experienced not as balance. Even though Mother Earth comes into balance with day and night, it's a very dynamic balance. And if I dropped a coin in there, it would shoot through the sky. So at this time of balance, what comes forward is our imbalances. Where were we manic in our lives that now we're more present? Is it an opportunity to get to know our children and our mates in a whole different way? Is it an opportunity to connect more intimately and more deeply with those that are closest around us? Is this an opportunity to look at what we say we value and taking this time to reorient our behavior so we're spending more time in those areas? Nature. Empaths. Nature is the it. You see me, I'm in hiking gear, no makeup, because as soon as we're done with this, we're taking our 7.5-month-old, 75-pound puppy, Merlin, out to explore a new area of the woods. Nature. Nature is at 9 hertz. Our cells are designed to be at 9 hertz. And when we're in front of tech all the time, in our busy lives, our bodies can experience a flooding of frequency that can get into the hundreds. And that's also a recommendation for stress. And by the way, I just want to say thank you and hello to the huge stream of people who keep yelling out, hello, hello. Love you guys. Thanks for lending your energy. So I'm here to remind you as empaths, you're feeling a lot and that's okay. Feel what you feel and stay in motion. Energy in motion produces emotion, and we can use that. We get out energetically and we move that energy through us while we're in nature. A short walk, take some breaths, breath breaks, move the energy with breath, move the energy with hugs, gratitude, stay present. And I want to ask you as leaders, who can you reach out to in your communities? Who is in a place where, even if it's a phone call, where we might be able to visit? Do we have friends in hospitals that we can phone because we can't visit anymore? Do we have people in long-term facilities that we can send cards to because we can't visit anymore? How do we reach out? So I certainly don't have all the answers. I just wanted to let you know as empaths that you're not crazy. There's nothing wrong with you. Oh my word, you are enough. I'm here to remind you that love wins, to keep the vibration really high around yourself, good sleep, good food. And if you find yourself numbing out with alcohol and bread and sweets, just be aware without judgment and move a little energy in your body. We got this. We got this together. We're setting up bridges of light to new frequencies. And I'm going to end today on reminding you that we have the Archangel Doorway 444 coming up. And we're going to be setting up a quantum temple of light all over the world with people who are playing with us, so that we can hold space and raise frequency. So from my heart, love, love, love you all. Namaste. Thanks for being here, and keep breathing. I'm going to do my best to do another one of these tomorrow and give you some breath and meditation techniques. And if you'd like any more specific techniques on anything, please DM me and leave me your email and your phone number, please. Let me know if it's textable. Let me know what time zone you're in. And we're going to do our best to just reach out and just give, give, give. Love you all. Have a blessed equinox. Happy Ostara. Happy Eostra. We'll see you soon.